The following is a live special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good evening, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 21st day. It's Palindrome Day. It's 12/21, 12/21, 2023, and our baseball series will resume after the Christmas holiday. In fact, probably next Wednesday we will do game 3 of that because I have something planned for next Tuesday. We have had a request from Scoop 1985 to show off some action PC hockey, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game from October 17th, 1978 between the Montreal Canadiens, and that's the jersey I got on today, PK Subban, if you must know, and the New York Islanders. Now, I said on the show when I did digital, maybe my wife will get me a new tongue for Christmas. I said on the show today, and I think I said in the wrap-up show for Black Friday, how much I've really enjoyed the new version of Digital Dice. Yes, all 208 episodes. How much I've enjoyed the new edition of Action PC Hockey. And I don't normally play these games or any of the hockey games on air because A, Gardner's better at it than I am, and B, I never know how far along I'm going to go. I actually at one point did a 75-76 Islander replay on Action PC Hockey, I forget which version, and got him to the Stanley Cup against Montreal. Why did I pick this season? 79-80, of course, was the first Cup season for the Islanders, but Montreal really fell off a cliff. So 78-79, the Islanders underachieved in the playoffs, and it's the last run for Dryden, and of course, Guy Lafleur and Steve Shutter in the prime of their careers. So, not an era of hockey I'm all that familiar with. Later in the 80s, of course, obviously. But I wanted to showcase my teams against each other, and what better way to do it is to play it in front of you. Now, as far as the on-ice action is concerned, the Canadiens are 3-0 to start the season, and including a pasting of the Philadelphia Flyers. And outside of Philadelphia, who doesn't love the Flyers getting pasted in their own building? The Islanders are 1-1. I believe Buffalo had their number, and Minnesota did not, the North Stars. So that's the setup for you. It's the Habs and the Islanders from Fort Neverlose. Next, as Retro Sports Network presents an Action PC Hockey Special tonight from the Nassau County Coliseum in wherever, New York. It's the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Islanders. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast. Uniondale, that's the word I'm looking for. From Uniondale, New York. It's the New York Islanders and the Montreal Canadiens. And again, this game is presented by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Mr. Mao, how are you? Nice to have you along. So we're going to play as the Islanders. And it will be Chico and the man in net for New York. Brian Trottier, by the way, the leading point scorer so far. Again, 2 games in the season. And Stefan Persson has a goal and 2 assists. That's kind of crazy if you ask me. So here are the starters for the Montreal Canadiens. Jacques Lemaire at center. Steve Shutt and Guy Lafleur on the wings. Shutt has 4 points and 6 penalty minutes already. Guy Lafleur already has 5 points. That is tops, along with a couple others in the NHL. Larry Robinson has 2 assists, and somehow, some way, Serge Savard has 2 goals and an assist. And, of course, the thinker in the net for Montreal, Ken Dryden, with his .917 fielding save percentage. It's hockey, Ronnie, not baseball. And a 2 goals against average. For the Islanders, we told you it's Trotz at center. Brian has a goal and 2 assists. Clark Gillies a goal and an assist, and Mike Bossy has not scored yet. He has a point as a pass, but no goals. And this is his rookie year, and Bossy, of course, had 50-plus goals in every year he played. Danny Potvin and Stefan Persson, the starting defenders. Potvin has an assist, Persson a goal and 2 assists and 2 penalty minutes, and it is Chico and the man in the net. A 304 goals against average and the save percentage of .921. I think that my play-by-play is going to be too fast. Some hockey. That's right, Jamie. How are you? Setup is what I want. So we're going to slow that down. And going to go with it. So Lemaire and Trotz out for the face-off here. We're going to play balanced as we get this one underway. And the face-off, I believe, is won by Montreal. No, Trotz won it. Gillies hit by Lemaire. Montreal will have it. Shut in the zone to Robinson. Over to Lafleur. Wow, you spent 80 hours this year watching me. That's scary. Lafleur takes a shot. Chico with a save. Kicks it away. Islanders clear to center. Now Montreal's got it back. It'll be Gillies on a rush the other way. It was a good hit by Persson on Guy Lafleur. Montreal won't like that. Gillies, Bossy, and Potvin. 3-on-1 rush. And Gillies slips and falls. Back come the Habs with it. Lafleur to Lemaire. Now Lafleur behind the net. Lemaire, Bossy on him. He shoots, and Chico with a save. Trottier has it, and now we're going to make our first line change 90 seconds into the game. It'll be Tonelli, Bourne, and Harris on the ice, second line for the Islanders. Persson breaks it out. Potvin hit by Shutt. Habs have it at center. Lemaire hit by Bob Bourne. Now the Islanders trying to get something in here. The first 2 games for the Islanders, they've been badly outplayed the first 2 periods. We'll see what happens tonight. Montreal has not lost. Harris tries to skate it in over Bourne. Back to Harris. A blue line special, and Dryden's just going to hang on to it. So Marek, Kaziski, and Nystrom on the offense, paired with Dave Lewis and Jerry Hart. Pierre Mondu, Yvon Lambert, and Reggie Uhl. Forwards from Montreal. Guy Lapointe and Brian Egblum, who you know from all of his TV stuff, for the Habs. Isles are going to point this one forward. Marek and Mondu. Face-off is won by Pierre Mondu. Over the line to Engblom. To Lambert. Long shot. Gets past everybody. Mondu tipped it wide. Couldn't put it on the net. Back they come again. Lewis steals it at center ice for the Islanders. Wayne Merrick skates it in to Kaziski. Over to Hart. Now Bobby Nystrom. Helps if I put the mouse in the right spot. Nystrom with a long shot. Dryden with a spectacular save. His first of the year. He's had a pretty good start, and we'll get a face-off in the Canadian zone. Islanders change up Lorne Henning on the face-off against Mike Jarvis, who's one of the best in the absolute business. Gary Howitt, who's going to start more fights than he finishes, on the left, and the veteran Eddie Westfall on the right. Bob Gainey and Mario Tremblay, who's not on the top of Patrick Waugh's Christmas card list, out for the Habs. First 5 minutes of the game, Gainey in the draw for Jarvis. Puck is won by Lorne Henning. Back over Eddie Westfall. Westfall's got a couple choices here. Going to pass it out at the point to Jerry Hart as soon as I get the mouse in the right spot. But Jarvis with the check, and Montreal will skate it out. Now Tremblay. Jarvis. Outside one-timer. That goes to Chico's left, and Eddie Westfall will skate. Who's tired? The defense. So Lormer and Price come in. 16-10 first period. No score penalty coming up on Montreal. Eddie Westfall winds and fires wide. It is touched by Larry Robinson, and Bob Gainey gets called for the hold. And for Bob, that's his first penalty of the year. He has 2 goals already. So, Islander power play coming up. Bossy, Bourne, and Trottier, along with Potvin and Person. Bourne to take the face-off. Houle and Jarvis, the defenders for Montreal. Guy Lapointe and Serge Savard on defense for Montreal. It is won by Trottier. Over to Person. Wide shot. Dryden gives up the rebound. Trottier has it. He's going to try to find Bossy. Trottier behind the net. Cross ice pass to Bossy. Has a scoring chance. Dryden with the save. Leaves it behind for Lapointe. Montreal chips it out. 1:15 to go in the power play. Gainey still in the box. Islanders change. Merrick, Gillies, and Nystrom out there. 2 shots so far. Merrick gets the zone, hit by Lapointe. Montreal should clear it. They do all the way down. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Islanders 20% or 10th in the NHL in the power play. And Montreal is 6th at 83%. How you doing, Big Dave? Jamie, I'm really liking this. Hopefully you can see why. I do like Strat hockey. I think it's the weakest of their games, to be honest. Nystrom through center. Over to Gillies. Passes it out to Potvin. Denny. Long shot. Dryden gloves it. And a face-off coming 24 seconds to go in the power play. Tonelli. No, let's put the first liners back out. So Bossy, Bourne, and Trottier out there along with Jerry Hart and Pat Price. For Montreal, Lambert and Dougie Riseborough with Rick Chartrois and Gilles Lupien. The flow of this game is better, absolutely. I've never used, up until this version, the horizontal rinks. And I think, although this looks kind of small because I'm using the lesser of the screen resolution so I can stream it, I think it all plays pretty well. So Riseborough versus Trottier. Trottier wins the face-off. Islanders still on the power play. Trottier going to try for Bossy on the pass. Bossy looking for his first ever NHL goal. He shoots wide of the net. Controlled by Bossy. Back over to Trottier to Hart. Jerry's just going to shoot this. Desperation shot for Hart. Gets the rebound off of Dryden's pads. Hart has it again. Going to try to pass to Bourne. Bourne with a shot. Chartrois with a block. That should do it as Gainey's back on the ice. Now Trottier has it behind the net. Trying to feed Jerry Hart again. Jerry shoots, and Dryden will cover it up. We got a TV timeout. 13:48 to go first period. No score. 7 shots for the Islanders, 2 for Montreal. Tonelli, Bourne, and Harris for New York. Potvin and Person, the defenders. Jarvis, Gainey, and Tremblay line out there for Montreal with Lapointe and Engblom. So I think this just flows really, really well. And there's a setting here. Or is that in the rules? That might be in the rules. That allow you to call all the plays for the human team. So one of the things, Jamie, that always bothered me about the game is that you just felt like you weren't making a lot of decisions. So I have no computer play calls for human coach teams. And for me, that and the smoother animation made all the difference. I also have TV timeouts. It's called cheating. Thanks. Thanks there, Pickle Boy. So Bourne and Jarvis on the face-off. Islanders will try to draw this one forward. Jarvis wins it. Tremblay dumps it around. Bourne has it, and no change for New York. We go with balance. Potvin to Tonelli over to Harris. He's got Tonelli open on the wing on the near side. Tonelli, long shot blocked by Robinson. Bob Gainey has it. Montreal skates it out. Over to Tremblay now on the other side. Mario misses that one wide right. Bourne's got it. We're going to make some changes. Third line coming out for the Islanders. Potvin to Kaziski. Let's see, Mike Kaziski. He will shoot from the outside. He's not going to penetrate on Serge Savard. Scoring chance from Kaziski by the dot. And another block by Larry Robinson. Montreal pots it out. And New York will regroup at center ice. Lewis and Hart coming in on defense. Kaziski will skate it in. Both teams change. Robinson checking Merrick along the board. And here come the Habs. Mondu. And now we got to fight Larry Robinson and Jerry Hart. They're throwing some punches and tackles, and they're both going to get 5 minutes for fighting. So for Larry, it's his first fight, and Jerry, that's his second. Larry Robinson only had 33 penalty minutes all year. So now we'll put the fighting line out there. Howard, Henning, and Westfall. So fourth line versus fourth line. Lewis and Price out there defensively for New York. Scoreless game, almost halfway home in the first period. Riseborough versus Henning. The face-off is won by the Islanders. Lewis dumps it out. Engblom. Oh, and Chartrand gets called for the hook. So Montreal losing a couple nerves here early on. And the Islanders go on the power play. Bourne, Trottier, and Bossy out there versus Gainey and Jarvis. So the irresistible force in the Islander power play against the immovable object of Gainey and Jarvis. Face-off is won by the Islanders. Trottier hit by Lapointe. Gainey on a breakaway, short-handed. Gonna go low. And Chico with a save. Bounces to center. And Montreal just gives it up. Minute 23 on the power play. And the Islanders change it up. Gillies. Now to Potvin. Dennis is just going to shoot it. Guarded by Jarvis. Scoring chance blocked by Savard. Gillies has it. Tries to feed Merrick. In the dot. Merrick. One-on-one with Dryden, and Kenny makes the save. Loose puck controlled by Jarvis, and Montreal gets it to center, and back come the Islanders. 32 seconds to go on the power play. Islanders change it up. Henning, and he'll lose an edge, and the Canadians will clear this down. 5 seconds to go. Chico's fun. I love Chico. Habs change up, Henning over the line. Henning hit by Engblom, and so the power play is over. The Islanders are 0 for 2 so far. We'll go with the first line. And the first line. 2:45 left in the Fighting Majors. 9:23 first period. Bossy steals it. Islanders have it in the zone. Trottier behind the net. Tries to feed Potvin at the line. Reggie Houle pokes it away. Here come the Habs the other way. Chartrand has it. Gonna shoot. Blocked by Person. Loose puck. Bossy's got it. Islanders change their defense. Gillies over the line to Bossy. Give and go to Gillies. Shoots a rocket. And Dryden hangs tall. I love this tune. So 8:06 to go. 9-3 the shots in favor of New York. Scoring chances, 3 for Montreal, 7 for the Islanders. So first line out for Montreal, second line out for the Islanders. Lemaire and Bourne on the face-off. It is won by Bob Bourne over to Billy Harris, who's just going to pass it. Don't like who they got it here. To Nelly. Nelly's just going to take an outside shot. You're not going to penetrate on Serge Savard. Tonelli shoots. That's wide of the net. LaPointe has it. Guy sets it out. Tonelli picks it off at center. Islanders want to skate it in. Bourne loses it to Montreal. Here comes Lafleur. Dumps it around for Shutt. Back to Lafleur. Savard, who's already at 2 goals, takes a long shot. Chico with a save. And there's 6:40 to go. Merrick and Lemaire on the face-off here. Won by the Islanders. Potvin over the line to Lorimer. And he's going to take the shot. He goes low, Shorty, and that misses wide left. Englund will take it back the other way. They stop it at center. Kaczynski's going to skate it in the zone. He takes the shot. Merrick with a tip, and it's wide right. Off the post. Now here's Merrick again. Nystrom is open. Merrick tries to feed him. Nystrom one-on-one. Save Dryden. And with 5:22 to go in the first period, we got a TV timeout. Montreal and the Islanders scoreless on the island. So Hart and Lewis now on defense. Henning, Westphal, and Howitt against that top line for Montreal. Shutt, Lemaire, and Lafleur. Henning and Lemaire on the face-off. It is won by the Islanders. Howitt back over to Henning, who's going to have a wraparound chance on Dryden. Lauren Henning, of all people. Can he do anything with it? Yes, he can. They score. His second of the year from Gary Howard is first, and Eddie Westphal is second assist. And just like that, the Islanders score a goal. And there's the replay right there. So 1-0 Islanders. 11 shots to 4. Mondu out there versus Henning on the faceoff. Controlled by Pierre Mondu. In the zone he goes. Lambert, second line in for Montreal. Long shot, and that's deflected by Chico Resch. And you can see Chico's numbers on the year. So the face-off will come in the Islander zone. 4:34 to go. We change it? No. We go with what we got. Fourth line in for Montreal. Riseborough versus Henning. Face-off is won by Lauren Henning again. Lewis clears it all the way down, and we got an icing, and I can't change now. Not sure if that was the rule or not, but that's how it's said. So Mondu and Henning on the face-off. Islanders have it. Henning over the line. Eddie Westphal. Wide right by a mile. Guy LaPointe skates it out the other way. And Montreal just dumps it down. Islanders change up. Lambert makes the check. Gives it away at central. And it'll be Pat Price who's going to skate this one over the line. Bossy knocked down by Mondu. Montreal at center. Poke free by Trotz. Trottier. And they'll change up in their own zone. Tonelli. Long shot as soon as on the button. And that misses everything wide of the net. Guy Lapointe. Last 2 minutes of the first period. Delayed penalty coming up on New York. Jarvis with a shot. That's going to miss everything. And Bob Bourne is going to get called for the hook. So for Bourne, in 2 games, he already has 6 penalty minutes. So Potvin and Lewis, the defense with Harris and Henning. It'll be LaRouche, Shutt, and Lafleur on the forwards. Serge Savard and Rick Chartrand on defense. Islanders just hope to clear. LaRouche wins it. And he loses the puck. And the Islanders will send it all the way down. So Montreal has to reset. 1:28 to go in the period and the power play. Islanders will keep their guys on the ice. Lafleur hit by Danny Potvin. And the Islanders will clear again. The Islanders have not given up a power play goal in their first 2 games. Potvin clears it. Wholesale changes for the Islanders in the last minute. Shut. Tried to find LaRouche. It bounces over. Here comes Trottier, short-handed. All by himself is Trotz. On Dryden. Oh, the thinker with a good save. Loosen puck. Front, Chartreux. 33 seconds to go in the opening period. Mondu, but somebody was offside. And we get a face-off. Islanders hope to clear it. LaRouche and Trottier on the face-off. Won by the Islanders. Trottier chips it out. Dying seconds of the first period. And that'll do it. So the shots after 1 period, the Islanders outshot Montreal 12-5, and they had 11 scoring chances to 3. And after 20 minutes, 1-0 New York. And so I take a drink, and you can look at the stats. So what do you guys think if you haven't seen this game? The lone goal at 15:09. Henning is second of the year. Even strength from Gary Howitt and Eddie Westfall, who also has 2 points. Yeah, I think it looks good too. So Lemaire and Trottier start the second period. I've wet my whistle. And Bossy over the line, but he is offside. Montreal makes a change 13 seconds into period. Bossy looking for his first NHL goal. Islanders win it. Trottier clears it down the other way. Montreal's rushing. Here's Lambert. He shoots. Gillies with the block. Over to Bossy. New York trying to rush it back up. Person over the line to Trottier. Doesn't like what he sees. They'll cycle it around. Trottier again. Now he's got Gillies open. Gillies. One-timer. Dryden. His equal. And the Islanders will change up. Billy Harris hopes to dump it around. Harris. Hit by Robinson. Here comes Montreal. Mondu to Lambert. Savard. He'll shoot. Blocked by Bourne. Tonelli broke his stick. Potvin. They'll change the D. Bourne dumps it in the corner. Penalty coming up on Mario Tremblay. Really? Patrick Waugh laughs. So the Islanders will go on their power play, their third of the game. We'll go with Howitt, Merrick, and Nystrom. Hart and Price as the top line gets to rest just a little bit. 0 for 2 so far. Merrick wins it. Over to Price, knocked down by Gainey. Montreal should clear. They do. And the Islanders, with 1:23 to go, set up with this unit one more time. Nystrom over to Howard, hit by Savard. Montreal playing good defense, and they cleared all the way down with 54 seconds to go. Islanders put out their top performers. Now Potvin over to Person. Potvin, he's going to take a shot himself. Does he have an angle? No, he whiffed at that one wide left. Bossy has it behind the net. And the feed Stefan Person. Person. One-timer. Trottier tried to deflect it, but he didn't hit the net. Loose in front. Gainey has it, clears it over to Jarvis, and that'll do it. So the Islanders are 0 for 3 on the power play. And change up personnel. Henning dumps it around. Chartraw has it. Montreal goes the other way. The shot towards the net, and Chico with it. Now, I find Chico to be one of the biggest colorful people ever to play in the NHL. Has Randy done her or done him in one of those books? Because Chico would just be fascinating. Who am I going to go with here? I'm going to keep these pairings on. Riseborough on the ice. Fourth line for Montreal and New York. Face-off is controlled by Montreal. Engblom overskates it. Here come the Islanders. 14:50 to go, second period. Westfall is roughed up by Dougie Riseborough. And Dougie gets his first penalty of the year. And so the Islanders are going to go on their fourth power play. Montreal has only averaged 8 penalties minutes per game. The Islanders, 11. Play that organ. So Bourne and Jarvis on the face-off. Islanders win it. Bossy. Back out to Denny Potvin. It's the slapper. Dryden gives up a loose puck. Lupien has it for Montreal, and they will clear it all the way down. 25 seconds gone on the power play. New York coming into this 1-5. Success. Montreal has killed 83%. Good for 6th. Trottier dumps it around for Bossy. Bossy's going to have a chance here. He shoots low and scores his first NHL goal. From Trottier and Denny Potvin, and the Islanders lead this one 2-0. So this time the power play works. Here it is again, just ripped it past Dryden's shoulder. I think he'll score a few more in his career as well. Montreal, their last game was a pounding of the Flyers. I think 3-1 or 4-1. But this one, all Islanders so far. 13:54 to go in the second period. Mondu wins the faceoff. Over the line, hit by Merrick. Back come the Isles. They 3-on-2. Kaziski. He's got a chance. Dryden saves it. We got a TV timeout. So Mike Bossy, his first ever NHL goal comes on the power play at the 6:06 mark of the second period. Assisted by Brian Trottier, his third, and Denny Potvin, his second. Brother Jean, by the way, is in Minnesota. And I believe, I don't know if Gardner's still watching or not, but this is the first year after Cleveland and Minnesota merged. Faceoffs, by the way, 16-6 in favor of New York. So Trottier out there against Lemaire. 2-0 Islanders. Islanders win it. Trottier trying to feed Bossy again. Can he get a second in as many shots? No. Wide right. Lafleur the other way. Shut. Back to Lafleur. Guy. Blocked by Lewis. I don't know where Resch was. Hart has it. Isles will change up the defense. Gillies hit by Savard. Montreal has it at center. Lafleur over the line, loses the puck. 11:50 to go. Islanders will change up forward lines. Harris to Bourne, knocked down by Lafleur. Shut 3-on-2 rush for Montreal. He waits. Lemaire 1-on-1 with Resch, and Lemaire scores. So Jacques Lemaire is second, from Steve Shutt is fourth, and Guy Lafleur, who now leads the NHL with 6 points. So even strength goal at 8:37. And that puts Montreal on the board. 4-3 the shots for the Islanders here in the second. And the Islander faithful, and I say that loosely, are starting to boo. Dave, this was the first year after the Cleveland-Minnesota merger, right? Mondeau and Bourne on the face-off. And that is won by Montreal. But Reggie Houle comes across as offside. We'll do it again. Fan in person coming in. Mondeau and Bourne on the face-off. Won by New York. Tonelli overskates it, gives it away to Houle. Reggie over the line. Where they're going to find Larry Robinson. Tough angle shot. Chico with the glove. Islanders put on their third line. Potvin has already played 14 minutes tonight. And I forgot to put Loopy in as the sixth Canadian defenseman. Lemaire and Merrick on the face-off. Merrick wins it. Over the line to Nystrom. Give and go with Potvin. Nystrom one-timer. Scores! Bobby Nystrom on a one-timer makes it 3-1. Potvin is third and Kaczynski is second. Yeah, Cleveland was gone. Okay. You see there from the replay, he just ripped that one past Dryden. And you can hear them call for Bunny Larocque. So Nystrom is first from Potvin and Kaczynski. Makes it 3-1 Islanders. Mondeau wins the faceoff. Over the line, over to Houle. Can they find a place to get it? He was hit by Person. The Islanders take it away. Fourth line coming out for New York. Halfway home in the ballgame. 3-1 Islanders. Houle the other way has it. Going to take the shot. Rebound given up by Chico off the pad. Houle immediately. See, this is one of the new things. There's no choice. Houle with the rebound. Wide. And Potvin will have it. That's one of the new things. Used to be before you'd pass it around after the rebound, but this is an automatic rebound shot. Potvin, 9:22 to go. Montreal sets it back up. Chico leaves it behind for Person. And we'll get some fresh legs on for New York. Gillies over to Trottier. Trottier on the rush, takes the shot, blocked by Savard. Then they take it out to center. Trottier over the line now, over to Bossy. LaRouche on him. Bossy shot again, blocked by Savard. Montreal will skate it out. 8:19 to go, second period. Riseborough, fourth line on for the Habs. Napier can't find a handle, and back come the Islanders. Gillies will skate it around over to Trotz. Back to Gillies. Hit by Chartrand, and Montreal will skate it out. Gillies hits Larry Robinson. 7:18 to go. Second line coming in. Hits, by the way, 17 for Montreal and just 8 for New York. Billy Harris tries to skate it over the line. Tonelli has it. Lemaire takes it away. So Montreal getting physical. They trail 3-1. LaFleur hit by Pat Price, of all people. That will not go over well. Islanders have it at center. Bob Bourne will skate it. Harris hit by Tonelli, hit by Engblom. Here comes Montreal. Lemaire, and he, with 6:16 to go, is offside. So Merrick versus Lemaire. 6:16 to go. Second period, 3-1 New York. They win the faceoff. Nystrom over the line, back to Potvin, back to Nystrom. Long angle shot. Misses well right. And Montreal controls. Now Nystrom tries to clear it back in. Robinson hits Kaczynski, and Montreal starts again. Line change for New York. Riseborough clears it to center. Westfall has it. They're going to try and skate it in. To Gary Howard, of all people. With a scoring chance. Howard rips it. Dryden saves it. Given to Guy Lapointe. Over to Riseborough. Montreal tries to counter. Napier misses that one well left. Westfall's got it. They get it to center, but Montreal has the puck. Everybody puts fresh legs on the ice. 4:28 to go. Lafleur from Shutt. Chico. And we get a TV timeout. 4:10 to go in the second period. Islanders 3, Montreal 1. So Lemaire and Trottier. Trotz has it. Gillies. They play tic-tac-toe. Brian Trottier is going to shoot, but he's not going to penetrate over Larry Robinson. He's still got a scoring chance, and Dryden's right there. 3:47 to go in the second period. It'll be Riseborough versus Trotz. New York tries to draw it forward. Face-off is won by Trottier. Has it behind the net. Over to Hart. Jerry, a slapper through traffic, and Dryden saw that one pretty easily. Lormer and Price come on to play defense. Pierre Mondieu will take this face-off against Trottier. This time it is won by Mondieu. Montreal gains the zone. Penalty coming up by Gillies. His first penalty of the year. Montreal will go on the power play. They went over their first one. 2 minutes for Gillies for the hook. LaRouche, Shutt, and Lafleur on the ice for Montreal. LaRouche draws it back. Lafleur hit by Danny Potvin, and the Islanders will clear it. 1:23 to go in the power play. Islanders will change defenders. Shutt in the zone to Lafleur, hit by Lorimer. And again, the Islanders will clear it all the way out. Lafleur steals it. They can't change. LaRouche hit by Bourne. And once again, the Islanders need to clear it. They need to get some fresh legs on there. They do. Harris and Merrick will be on the ice. 28 seconds to go in the power play. Montreal doesn't have a shot yet. Shutt over the line to LaRouche. Hit by Person. What defense by the Islanders? Can they clear it? 11 seconds. Yes, they do. A minute 5 to go in the period. Lafleur over the line, but he's offside. So Mondieu and Trottier. The Islanders have held the Habs to 11 shots pretty much over the first two periods. Mondieu and Trottier on the face-off, won by Pierre Mondieu. They dump it around, and Resch paddles it over to Danny Potvin. Gillies to Trottier. 22 seconds to go, and Dryden is there. Fresh defensive pairing, Lewis and Hart. Jarvis out there with Trottier for the faceoff, won by Montreal. Closing seconds of the second period. Jarvis hit by Gillies, and the Islanders will just let the clock run out. After 40 minutes here on the island, shots 9-6 in the period, 10-3 the scoring chances, 5 blocked shots. Islanders 3, Habs 1. Third period in a moment. Well, in the second period, the kid from Montreal scores his first ever NHL goal against Montreal. On the power play, Bossy from Trottier and Potvin at 6:06. Then Montreal got on the board. Jacques Lemaire at 8:37 from Schutt and Lafleur. And then Bobby Nystrom ripped one through at 9:46 from Potvin and Kaziski. 9-6 the shots in the period. 21-11 overall. Montreal has out hit New York 20-14. Shot attempts 38-21 in favor of the Islanders, and the Islanders have had 21 scoring chances and converted on 3. Montreal 1 for 6. So Lemaire and Trottier here to start the third period. 3-1 Islanders. Glad you're with us on a Thursday night. Lafleur comes across his offside. So Mondeau and Trotz will take the face-off. Trottier wins it. Bossy nailed by Lambert. Montreal changed up. They have it at center. Dump it around, and the Islanders will take over. New York changes up. Potvin to Harris. Dumps it around. Dryden gives it to Robinson. Chartrand hit by Harris. Islanders have it at center. Bourne over the line to Tonelli, hit by Lambert. Montreal hitting, but they're not shooting it. Lambert over the line to Mondeau. Pierre winds, and Chico makes the save. Sends it out to Potvin. As the Islanders at 17:48 to go will change up. No overtime, by the way, this year. Hart has it. Merrick is open. So Hart will try to feed Merrick up the boards. Merrick shoots, but misses that one well right. And here comes Montreal. Lemaire hit by Nystrom. Scoops up. 2-on-1 for the Islanders with Kaziski. They set up the rush. Robinson back. Kaziski. Save. Dryden pulls it out of his glove. Gives a couple Socrates quotes to a confused Kaziski. And here we go. The Henning line will come out from Lormer and Price. Lemaire versus Henning here. And the face-off is won by Lorne Henning over to Howard. Going to try to skinny in a pass to Eddie Westfall. Won't do it. Savard nails him. Lemaire over the line, but again, offside. 16:05 to go in the game. 3-1 New York. Lemaire and Henning on the face-off. Won by Jacques Lemaire. Dumps it in to Lafleur. Over to Schutt. Westfall trying to get over to block it. Schutt shoots, and Eddie does block it for Henning. Islanders change forward lines. Price to Trottier. Back over to Price. Pat misses. Engblom shoots it all the way down, but no icing. One more rush for this line. Trottier to Bossy. He loses it at center. Wool gets around Potvin. Knocked down by Gillies. Clark with a steal. And they'll change it up. 14:08 to go. Tonelli clears it all the way down. Montreal will make some changes. Bob Gainey with the puck. They trail 3-1. 13:49 to go. Robinson over to Savard. You don't want him shooting. Tremblay is there for the deflection. And that is blocked by Tonelli. Tonelli has it. And the Islanders, with 13:27, skated back the other way. Bourne hit by Savard. Montreal has it at center. Now they take it over. Tremblay, but they'll lose the puck. Islanders change. 12:51 to go. Merrick hit by Bob Gainey, who gets called for the cross-check. So Gainey, looking rather angelic, it's a second penalty of the hockey game. How you doing, Scotty? So it'll be Merrick, Gillies, and Nystrom out there with Lewis and Lorimer. For Montreal, Houle and Jarvis with Lapointe and Savard. Merrick and Jarvis on the face-off. That's a mismatch for Montreal. Jarvis wins it, clears it all the way down. No, he loses it. Gillies behind the net. They'll recycle this one. 1:46 to go in the power play. Lorimer. Just shoot it. Put it on the net. Islanders about shot Montreal 22 to 12. Lorimer misses everything. Merrick has it. Over to Gillies. Back to Lewis. Lewis sees Nystrom open. Can he feather him to pass? Yes, he can. Nystrom fires, and Dryden will make the save. 1:09 to go in the power play. Islanders are 1 for 4. Top unit out for New York. Riseborough and Lambert for Montreal with Robinson and Engblom. Face-off is won by Trottier. Bossy hit by Robinson, and Montreal will clear it. Loose puck along the boards. Riseborough clears it. 36 seconds to go on the power play. Potvin over to Bossy. Too far. Montreal will play it out, and again, they'll end the power play. Bourne over the line to Bossy. Bossy feeds Potvin back out there. Then he shoots. Misses everything. Riseborough has it. New York needs a change. Engblom. A wicked slapper deflected by Potvin. .10:05 to go in the third. 3-1 Islanders. Nystrom. One-timer. Savard with a block. Lambert has it over to Houle. Savard. Again, now Montreal wants someone else to be shooting this, and he just ducks it wide. Koziski's got it for the Islanders. 9:25 to go. Lambert drives Hart in the boards. Montreal with a good hit. They have it at center. Napier dumps it around, and the Islanders will control. Fourth line on. Westfall breaks it out, but they'll turn it over. Montreal, Napier, and Jerry Howard gets called for the rough. Gary Howard. And so Montreal will go on their third power play. They are 0 for 2 tonight. So Trottier and Westfall with Hart and Price. Lemaire out there with Mondeau and Tremblay. Hope you're all having a good Thursday before Christmas. 8:20 to go in the hockey game. Almost the same time it's in real time. It's 8:22 here in the East Coast. Lemaire and Trottier on the face-off. Won by Lemaire to Mondeau. We can make this a one-goal game. Not with that shot, he's not. Wide of the net, and the Islanders cleared all the way down. 8:01 to go. No changes for the Islanders. Mondeau to Chartrois. Back to Lemaire. Lemaire. Trottier with the block. Pat Price has it. The Islanders have not given up a power play goal all year, but this is only their third game. Hart chips it out. 56 seconds to go. Harris and Merrick, the forwards. Potvin and Lewis, the defenders for New York. Lemaire dumps it around. Chico's got it. Hands it off to Potvin. 40 seconds to go in the power play. And Harris will clear it all the way down. 26 seconds to go. Montreal does not have a shot on the power play. Lapointe, they do now. No, it's not. Blocked by Harris. Lemaire gets it in the scrum over to Tremblay. And again, not a shot. And so the Islanders not only killed the power play, but Montreal didn't put anything on rush whatsoever. .620 to go. Westfall clears it down, and Mondeau gets away with an offside call. The crowd starts to boo. Robinson puts one on Chico, and with 5:49 a TV timeout. Digby Dark our latest follower. Thank you very much, my friend. 5:49 to go. Shots 23 for the Islanders, 13 for Montreal. First line for New York, fourth line for Montreal. Riseborough and Trottier on the faceoff, and it is controlled by the Islanders. Trottier overskates it. Montreal needs something, and they need it right now. Savard hit by Gillies. Montreal not very happy with that hit. Bossy dumps it all the way down. Trottier nails him again, and another Montreal unhappy. 4:28 to go. Bossy hit by Riseborough. And everyone will change up. Savard, first line on for Montreal. LaFleur. His wrister. Saved by Resch. Puck is loose. Hart's got it. And the Islanders set up the next play. 3:48 to go. Tonelli to Harris. Over the line. Shoots from an angle. Dryden saw that one all the way. Got it with his paddle. LaFleur dumps it around for Shutt. Back to LaFleur. Trying to get a good shot on the screen. But nope. And another TV timeout. 3:19 to go. 3-1 Islanders. Knowing that Montreal will call timeout, the Islanders put on their fourth line. Lemaire, Shutt, and LaFleur on for Montreal. Serge Savard, by the way, has played 33 minutes in this game. That's so long that my legs are tired. So Lemaire and Henning out there for the face-off. It is won by Lemaire. LaFleur. Can they get a chance? Shutt does, yes. Trying to get the screen. Lemaire is there to tip. He shoots, blocked by Lorimer. Over to Price. And they'll break it out. Howitt ices it, and as we said, 2:31. They can't change the line. The Montreal can call time. And the game, by the way, will pull the goalie down 2. Lemaire versus Henning. Montreal wins it. Lemaire already has 1 tonight, and it gets a second. Shutt with a deflection, so that's Shutt's goal. His second from Lemaire and LaFleur. The power of Montreal. So 2:11 to go in a 1-goal game. So here we go. Lemaire versus Trottier. 2:11 left. Trotz wins it. Over to Person. Hit by Lemaire. Montreal in a rush. Here comes Shutt. To LaFleur. To Lemaire. No! Resch with a save. Chico, his second great save of the year. Leaves it for Gillies. 1:39 to go. And the crowd rises as one here at the Nassau Coliseum. Trotz over center. Trotz tries to find Potvin. Hit by Robinson. 1:16. Montreal's going to change. And Dryden is headed for the seats. Mondu, the extra skater. Lambert through center. 1:09 to go. LaFleur to Mondu. How do you do? He will shoot. Lemaire tips it wide. And the Islanders will take their timeout. 58 seconds left. Been a pretty good game, gang. 3-2 New York. Lemaire and Trottier on the faceoff. Won by Trottier. Bossy hit by Mondu. 54 seconds to go. Lemaire trying to find anybody. Gonna go a wrap around himself. Both teams used it. I don't know when that rule was there, but it was the default in the game. Lemaire, can he tie it? No, 45 seconds to go. Rebound loose. Robinson's got it. Larry, 40 to go. Takes a bad shot. Resch with a hold. So timeouts were checked, by the way. I did add the TV timeouts, but timeouts were actually checked. No change for anybody. Mondu, the sixth skater. Dryden watching from the bench. Face off, won by New York, and they come across offside. 34 seconds to go. Lemaire and Trottier again on the face-off. This time it's controlled by the Islanders. Empty net for Bossy. Is this goal number 2 for him? He shoots. No, he missed it. And it's called an ice, which is a strange thing. Bossy saying I was in the zone. The referee, Jacques LeBlanc, says I'm not listening to that. Face off now in front of Resch. 30 and change to go. Shutt will take the face off of Trottier. And that is won by New York. Gillies hit by Mondu at center ice. 26 to go. Lemaire to Mondu, the extra skater. Lafleur trying to be a pest. Lafleur deflects it wide. Lemaire has it. 18 seconds to go. Lafleur, they're running out of time here. Lafleur, he's going to take the shot. 5 seconds to go. Chico! Everyone takes an extra second. The Canadiens change up. They want their best face-off guy in Jarvis out there, with Gainey and Tremblay, but Robinson and Savard. So this is going to be a drawback, I'm sure, and a one-timer. 24-21, shots in favor of the Islanders. Chico has played the last 5 minutes very well. Face-off is controlled by New York, and that'll do it. Montreal outshot the Islanders 10-3 here in the third period. They had 10 scoring chances to 3. The Islanders are going to need their Anderson. They blocked 7 shots. And both teams went 0 for 1 on the power play. So, third period goal. Yeah, what a rally at the end. I liked it. Steve Shutt is second, the only scoring in the third period at 17:49 from Jacques Lemaire and Guy Lafleur, who now has 7 points on the season. Gainey and Howitt had the only penalties in the third period. Let's do our 3 stars here. Number 1 star, despite the fact that they lost, is Steve Shutt with a goal and an assist. Jacques Lemaire, a goal and an assist, is the number 2 star. And Mike Bossy, his first NHL goal, the number 3 star. Face-offs heavily in favor of the Islanders, 32-18. Montreal out hits them 33-20. And they said Resch had a bad game and Dryden had a good game. So here's the Montreal boards. Yeah, one of the reasons why I picked these 2 teams to play out. The Islanders are so fun to play. And this Montreal team is just stacked. Although Jacques Lemaire could win a face-off if you hit the broadside of a barn. And the Islanders, Gillies with 4 hits. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That is probably as good of a look as you're going to get of... No, this probably won't be a weekly replay. I did it because I'm running both of these teams manually, and it was just a good one to show off. If you'd like to see more, we could certainly do more. Look at that. Trottier took 25 face-offs and won 20. So thank you so much for watching. We actually played that game in about an hour. My mouth's sore. All right, we'll talk to you sometime, maybe Christmas Eve for something on tape. But thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you later. Final score here, Islanders 3, Montreal 2. Have a good night, everybody.